Good luck babysitting that child. What's up everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And today we're going to talk about this Kodak Black album called Lil Big Pac. Now Kodak Black has been in the news a lot lately, not just for his music, but also because of his legal woes. And this tape actually dropped while he was in jail. But I'm not going to get into that too much because obviously I'm here to review the music. And if you don't know who Kodak Black is, he's a 19-year-old rapper who's coming from out of Florida. And I was really interested to hear this mixtape because just recently I heard that song Vibin in this bit featuring Gucci Mane, and I thought that shit was fire. The production actually sounded like some vintage Manny Fresh stuff, and even the way Kodak Black was rapping reminded me of that old school Lil Wayne. So this whole song has that vintage Cash Money feel to it, which I thought was pretty cool. And even though the lyrics and content don't get too deep on this one, I think it still has some of the tape's best flows and deliveries, and I wish he could have rapped like this throughout this mixtape, because this is the best rapping that I've heard from Kodak Black. I mean, I haven't heard too much of his other music outside of this, but this song, Vibin' in This Bit, is definitely one of the better rap tracks, like I said, on this mixtape. But there are a couple of other songs on here that I really liked. The song Everything 1K starts this one off, and it actually has Kodak telling a little bit of his story. He's talking about how he went from jail to MTV, and he also spits a little bit about the harsh realities of jail. So it's a good introduction to who Kodak Black is and what he's been through. So you are going to get a little bit of content on here, and mostly it's on that street shit, that hustling shit, and again, some of his story. Now the song Can I is yet another track that I really enjoyed, and I really like that bluesy production on this one, and also Kodak Black's sing-songy flows. He doesn't sound like Zero when he sings, but this whole song overall just gave me some of those Zero vibes. And content-wise, on this one, it sounds like he just wants to leave the drama behind him and move ahead and enjoy some success, because like he says on this song, he's finally doing something productive with his music. Now obviously he has some legal issues that are holding him back, but another thing that seems to be in the mix for Kodak Black are these trust issues, because he talks about that quite a bit. On Gave It All I Got, he actually drops the names of some people who have done him wrong, and on Blood, Sweat, Tears, Revenge, he's spitting about how fickle people can be, including women and also some of his friends, because people will be there when you're doing good, but then as soon as you're doing bad or you're in jail, like Kodak Black currently is still, sometimes people will turn their backs on you, you know what I mean? Whenever you can't really give them everything that they need, they might not be there for you through your hard times. But on the song Letter, he raps about one of his friends who actually writes to him while he's in jail, so he does have some good people around him, and that song makes for one of the realest moments on the whole mixtape. But Too Many Years, featuring some great vocals from PMB on the hook, also comes through with some of that real shit. I like the hook on this because it's all about how they've just given way too many years to jail. They have friends who are in jail, they have friends who have passed away, so they just wish they could get away from all that shit and move on to doing more positive things. And Kodak Black matches up that content in his verses, so I kind of get this feeling that he really does want to make a change and move on from all these issues and different troubles that he's having so he can make his music. But other than everything I've said so far, there really isn't too much to get into with this tape, because one thing about Kodak Black is that his lyricism is very basic, and even his rap style, his delivery, and his flows can be pretty basic. There are a lot of songs on here where he's rapping like he's half asleep, including the song Purp. So when you take that lack of lyrical gems along with that dull and kind of sleepy flow, it makes for some slow and dull moments, and it makes for a mixtape that actually gets old kind of fast. So this one didn't make much of an impression on me, but there were a couple of things that I did like about it. But getting back to the lack of lyrical gems, you are going to hear a lot of filler bars and cliche. Whether Kodak is crooning about how he won't eat a girl's pussy because it stank on the song Big Bank, and on another song he says how his doctor told him to eat veggies so he's smoking broccoli. There's a line about how he's not a murderer but he wants to murder the beat. You know, just some really simple watered down lines like that kind of take away from this mixtape, and you're going to hear a lot of filler bars like I said. So there is a little bit of good content as far as him spitting about what he's been through and how he wants to, you know, change his life and enjoy his success and just keep climbing in rap music. But there's a lot of other shit here that you've heard before, and he doesn't really do a whole lot to put an interesting take on some of this subject matter. So for me, this one is a 2.5 out of 5. There are a couple of good moments, and the only other things I wanted to talk about was some of the production right quick. Because on Young Prodigy, we get this really thick-ass bass line that I thought was pretty dope, and the song today has a fun and lighthearted vibe to it, and again, he's doing some sing-songy flow. So I kind of like that one. Wasn't one of my favorites. Again, it was kind of dull, like some of these other tracks, but there are good moments here and there. I just think he needs a little bit more polishing before he can become that big artist. But I mean, he's already pretty big as far as his popularity goes, because a lot of people are talking about him. This mixtape has created quite a bit of buzz, so I'm not hating on Kodak Black. I just think, you know, I wish he could rap as good as he did on Vibin in this bit for this whole tape. It would definitely make it better, because that's him at his best. But if you check this mixtape out, hit me up in the comments section and talk to me about it, man. I want to know what you think, and also make sure you do that good YouTube and social media stuff, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.